This is a look at what the campus will be through the different phases of construction. Logistically, there's multiple considerations we take into account, but the one I really want to focus on here is the safety of staff and students throughout the whole project. We didn't forget about the abutting neighbors either. We understand the tight neighborhoods around campus, some of the trucking constraints on streets such as Bedford. So we've identified a safe mainstream route into the campus that won't affect the abutting neighbors. We've also taken a look at how the campus moves during the day, understanding drop-off and pickup times. In the first phase, how we're going to have to make some alternate bus loops around campus to never have any sort of bottlenecking. How to safely get the students into the building by having some temporary sidewalks put into place, as well as some parent drop-off areas temporarily created in the student parking lot. You see that here. Again, safety is always number one priority. We have jersey barriers protecting the sidewalks, flashing signs at the crosswalks, clean separation between where we'll be building the addition and where staff and students can get into the building. And one cool thing here is the entry points for all of phase one are exactly what they are today. So we were able to work it in a way that it's not going to be a learning curve. There'll be some temp parking lots and things of that nature, but the actual entrance and egress points will remain the same. Here's a couple of shots of what the project will look like in terms of the flow of the build, the new addition. Again, keeping in mind here when we have a crane on site for steel erection, when we have concrete pump trucks, when we're pouring the slabs and the foundations, always staying inside the confines of our job sites, never interrupting with the student population or interrupting how traffic is during pickup and drop off. Again, taken just at our first stab approach, but throughout the phases of the addition, we'll be working over a few summers where we want to tackle some work such as the gymnasium and the auditorium. Again, strategically with the academic calendar, so we're minimally impacting those departments during the school year. And then we'll start phase two. So we'll reestablish our construction fence over the next leg of the work. We've got our next round of renovations, such as creating the BECC space, working on how we're going to sequence the abatement and demolition, that mid part of the building I talked about in that case study, how we're going to safely drop that building and strategically do it over the course of a summer so that when staff and students come back in the fall, the building is substantially down. All that high risk work happened when there wasn't a huge population on campus. And then what they're seeing through the start of that next school year is the site work, creating the new road, the new drop off, the new addition for the new main entrance. Here's a shot of what that bus loop will look like after phase one. We're suggesting a temporary drop-off area over by where the gymnasium space is. We feel that this will help with flow around the campus for buses. And again, that parent drop-off will still remain over at the student lot. So we're not jumping around 10 different times throughout the course of construction. We're trying to keep it as mainstream as possible. And then lastly, in phase four, we'll establish the site fence once more. We will work on the renovation scope revolving around the new Center for Education, the new BCAT studio space, and we'll wrap up the project with finishing all the landscaping. We like to give a top coat of asphalt and line striping at the end of the job. So even though it was phased over 4 years, it all looks clean and uniformed when we leave. And proudly and excitingly handing over the keys, at the end of phase four to the new home of Burlington High School.